Hi, I'm Janika Leoste and currently I'm Assistant Professor of Educational Robotics at Tallinn University and Associate Professor of IT Didactics at Tallinn University of Technology. And why I'm there after 25 successful years in business is it is just something that is inside me that I would now like to contribute to the society back what I have learned as a owner of IT company. Most likely you have heard that Estonia is the best test bed for any type of educational innovation or technological education innovation. And we host often delegations from different countries, also from Latin America, from Asia. And the question is often asked is, why are you here where you are? And sometimes I joke that we have so bad weather or we have a pleiad of teachers from Soviet Union time, so they are so experienced, or we don't have these different social classes in Estonia, or we have free school lunch. But in reality, I think that the biggest reason why we are here leading PISA tests and also other matrices is that we have the highest teacher autonomy in Estonia. So teachers are free to select whatever teaching methods they would like, and also we employ a lot of active teaching methods. As I'm working a lot with hands-on activities, also we have EduSpace Lab at Tallinn University, where we have gathered almost 90% of all robotics and STEAM kits we use in our general education. I can say that as our world has now moved so quickly only towards the virtual world, we only talk about knowledge, but we have forgotten skills. And as the knowledge moves now to the AI field, we have to start thinking what we can do as human beings, and doing things with robotics, with STEAM kits, constructing your own knowledge is something that can keep our creativity being human and also being competitive with artificial intelligence and algorithms. When people are first seeing Telepresence robots, they think that, okay, this is just an iPad on the stick. What's the point of that? And then I asked the question whether do you need your body when existing? And it's elementary, we don't think about it that I need my body because otherwise I'm not present. And then we are so proud of remote education, not thinking that there are no bodies. And if there is no body, there is no learning environment. If there is no learning environment, there is no social interaction, there is no present, there is no engagement. So it leads us to conclusion that if there is a remote student and he or she needs to be in classroom, we have to loan a body for the student. And by having body, I have my agency, I have freedom to look at to coach the students, look at the teachers, having conversation, to move. So I'm there, I feel engaged. And if I'm engaged, I'm able to learn. So everything starts from this point of view that I am there, I can learn. I'm not there, I'm just a picture on the wall, and I have 1 million other things to do in internet, just playing a picture on your wall while you are other there. There are many digital tools on the market, and every day brings us more and more digital tools. And maybe the biggest mistake we do when thinking about digital tools for education, that we need more tools. But the tools don't exist alone. So every tool requires new skills the teacher has to acquire, and not only skills, but also the teacher has to prepare teaching material, lesson plan, lesson scenarios. And what I have experienced when working with teachers in STEAM education and in robotics, basically when you want to conduct like 20-minute robotics activity in your math class, for example, you need like 2 or 3 hours preparation time of the lesson plan and materials. And also when working with digital tools, we have to think that they need like place to be kept, also the battery needs to be charged, and also we have to think how to share them. So to summarize, the biggest mistake is that if we don't know how to use the tool and if we don't prepare teachers how to use the tool, it is just a waste of money and time. In latest conferences in Europe, I have made an example that currently the generative AI is similar to alcohol, having the influence on your brain immediately. And when European culture consumes the alcohol in a small quantities, we do it to be more social, to be relaxed, and we want to leave our worries behind. And I haven't met yet any person who would like to use AI for personal purposes. Rather, they all have used to solve the problems. But as we know, alcohol doesn't solve the problems just will go away for a second. And that's also with AI. It might save you for a second, but for collaborating with this AI, you need long-term strategies and understand when do you need your external brain and when it's not needed. Because talking from my personal perspective, I can produce so much written text with the help of AI, but I would need more time to reading the text, because I am also the biological intelligence and I also need to construct my knowledge, because I can use artificial intelligence only then when I know the topic, and I as a person need more time. There are many speculations around what should countries do to benefit from emerging technologies, and the key concept here is a classroom practice. So what is happening in real classroom? And maybe there are policymakers relying too much on research articles that are published based on experiments in controlled settings. But things what happen in real classroom with real students, with real teachers are different. So the first step that should be taken by policymakers is to map what is really happening in classrooms and then start changing it step by step with some living lab approach with teachers, because there are still teachers who are delivering classes, not policymakers. 2030 is quite close, and if we now to try to imagine how this learning environment for students could look like, I would say that more equity is needed and equal opportunities for classroom students and also for remote students. And I would say that even if we talk about hybrid learning, we still teach these students in silos. Even if we have this synchronous hybrid learning, teacher does something different with remote students and something different with in-person students. But there is no common environment where they could come together and feel equal. So I would say that feeling equal is the key word. It doesn't matter which technology I use, whether Telepresence robots, whether I decided come to school, but first it has to be equal for me, and there has to be a reason why should I come at all, why human teachers are better than robot or AI teachers. It has to be solved quite quickly. We can't separate educational technologies from other technologies, and similarly to Telepresence robots or also Gen AI, these technologies come from business field. So, or from military, it's also opportunity. And then we have to find a way how to adapt them in teaching and learning environment, what is highly conservative. And the most promising technologies are technologies that don't require special effort from teachers, because currently teachers are overloaded from their work. So it doesn't matter which technology it is, but acquiring the way how I can implement this technology in my teaching practices has to be seamless. That's the trick. As I have also 3 adult sons, but the experience when they went to school and high school, it's not so far away. I would say that for young people, there has to be meaning in the context, and they need to know how to apply it in real life. And from my perspective, I would say it's needed more than ever that teachers would become role models, because the social media, how it works, there are role models everywhere. And how to become a role model while being a teacher for young students, I don't know what to do, but at least what I have tried with my students, I do things with them and I challenge them, because there has to be challenge in real life. So just less than months ago, we did a pull-up challenge with my cybersecurity students, and they got some different type of assessment where they were able to do more pull-ups than I do. And it was a quite fancy competition, like in some military camp. But you see, if you want your students to respect you, you have to show that you share the common understanding with them, not you are from some different world generations ago. Maybe that's my suggestion. Thank you.